did you know that Judge Pickering planned to solicit letters of support in this manner before he did so? And if not, when did you become aware that Judge Pickering had solicited these letters of support?
The answer to the first question, Senator, is no. This was not one of the judicial nominees that I was primarily handling.
Brett Kavanaugh telling the Senate under oath in 2006 that this nomination, the nomination of Charles Pickering, was not one that I was primarily handling. Brett Kavanaugh's characterization of that work on the nomination of that judge has now been contradicted by White House documents that Republicans apparently intended to keep confidential so they couldn't be released to the public. Those documents got released to the public this week, and it turns out, according to those documents and his own emails, Brett Kavanaugh was absolutely working in the White House, putting together binders of information about that nominee, Charles Pickering, drafting a letter to a senator about Charles Pickering, working on an op-ed for the White House counsel about Charles Pickering, getting questions about whether they would need tables for a Support Charles Pickering event. And we know all that now because we can see it in black and white. But he denied having played a significant role in that nomination while he was before the Senate the last time they had him under oath in 2006. So just keep an eye on that question about his role in the Charles Pickering nomination. That's a name that is definitely not a household name, but Charles Pickering, back in the day, was a disastrous nomination for the George W. Bush White House. Pickering eventually got recess appointed because they couldn't get him through the Senate, and then he had to step down off the bench, and it was a big embarrassment. And he did do stuff to try to get that seat that was seriously controversial. So you might understand why, at the time, Kavanaugh didn't want to be associated with that very controversial nomination, that bad nomination, when that guy was such a bad headline for the Bush White House. So you understand why he might have done that. But saying he wasn't involved there, when we now know in black and white that he absolutely was, understandable as it may be, trying to save his own skin and stay away from controversial issues, that appears to have been a really blatant lie that he told in sworn testimony. Judges really aren't supposed to do that.